Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the illusion of time. Um, Personally, I've been experiencing like time has slowed down. Um, I know that it has to do with me uh, being on the mental physical surface, but I feel that since the shift has been going on and a lot of clearing has been done, you feel like experiencing this emptiness. The more your vibration rises, the more you recondition your consciousness, purify yourself, you start feeling that your sensations and your experiences are just uh, impressions that are uh, flowing endlessly uh, based on a program, right? So it's like the, the the conscious mind and the unconscious, you can say that, uh, are merged together, you know um, and because you are identifying strongly with this image, it's hard to discern sometimes that if it's you or it's just happening on its own, so it can be frustrating. Anyways, so this is what I'm experiencing, that when I'm quiet, I just feel like it is just a projection that I'm experiencing, which is it is coming from that, there's this light coming from the source, because my focus is in the 3D right now. So I may not be able to uh, exactly uh, see things from a bird's eye view. But since this is just a beginner uh, beginner phase, uh, I feel that it's quite amazing how there are layers to this physical reality. Of course, there are different dimensions that coexist, but in a simple way, when we observe that there's nothing but light, at the core there's nothing but nothingness, just selfless awareness, and then there's this nothing but love and light endlessly flowing in the now. That's all there is, basically. And then there is, and that light is being projected on a screen, and it's just mirroring back. That's just the objective reality. The script, it's just all, it's all a script. And yet that quantum reality is merged with your psyche. The soul or consciousness is merged with that material body, although there is no body or mind, but of course it has its own purpose. But since we are going through ascension, there's an absolute need to renunciate from the lower energies, and for me personally, it's I've been noticing how addicted I am to my ego, and it has to do with my own negligence. I mean, it's so seductive, or it's so fascinating to see yourself as a martyr or a masochist, or walking the spiritual path like a saint, whatever. But when you actually love God, when you have to go through the real hardship, it's not about enjoying bliss or having powers. It's about putting others' needs and wants before your own, and it can be extremely painful for the ego. And I'm realizing that wow, I feel like a hypocrite, that I've been talking about spirituality and this and that, but the moment you're triggered and you react, even if you're just sitting quietly and there are mental reactions going on, it is simply reflecting your spiritual state. It has nothing to do with the current situation or what the situation is going on in your head. It's just that your mind is reflecting your energy, your vibration, right? So when you understand the mental disease as a spiritual disease, and the spiritual disease is it has so many aspects to it. It could be blockages in your aura, the flow is not in equilibrium. There's different entities that are affecting you. There's a spiritual warfare going on. You're not connected to the source. Environment, everything makes a difference. Your diet, how you see the world, your attitude towards life. So yeah, I mean, that's what I was just wondering, that like your soul goes through so many incarnations, like millions and millions of years to reach the state of human body. You've taken this body because your soul has reached a certain state of evolution, right? The same way you have taken this personality or character, and you've been born in these conditions, or you've taken this karma based on your past actions, right? Your evolution. I mean, some people are born for just an ordinary purpose. They live an average Joe's life, they die, and that's it. And then there are people who start questioning who they are and what is the truth and what is God and all that, and then start going within, and so it's not a coincidence that you question yourself, and then you have an urge to merge with the divine self, and the craving to love others and serve humanity and all that. These thoughts are not coming from the source, and there's a reason for that, because it's a constant reminder that this is your purpose, this is what you're here to do. And of course you are getting this nudge and gentle push all the time. The universe will always get you out of a situation if you have made a mistake. Like, you're probably meant to go through some situation, but you have to move on, right? Or you might make a wrong decision, and the universe will help you out instantly and remind you that this is not for you. So when you surrender to God, and you trust completely that everything's all right, everything's happening the way it's supposed to be, and I'm on the right path. I just need to focus on the present moment as much as possible. So yeah, I was talking about the evolution of soul. So you will reach like this thing that I'm talking about, is the time that feels that it's slowed down, or it's not. I don't know what that feeling is, but I feel like I'm slowly, I think I'm moving towards timelessness. it's hard to explain, because sometimes you can you start feeling suffocated, and sometimes it all depends on your vibration, I think. But the point is that you will reach a plateau, like you had to go through several experiences in your life until you were initiated and you cleared all the junk, and now you have to learn from that if I follow the same pattern, I will create the same karma again, and I might repeat the same cycles, and I will attract similar experiences, and I will have to go through the same hurdles until I actually understand what's going on and transform myself, live consciously. So it's important to realize that this plateau that we reach, of course, it would be totally different for a soul that is like an avatar or a masiha or saint, because they are making conscious effort. Their soul is so advanced and evolved that they don't need to contemplate so much. They are, I feel, naturally so pure and simple and obedient to God. Of course, there is no, you can't see it in black and white, but usually one has to decide. You will reach a plateau. There will be a crossroads that do you want to just continue your life living like a leaf, that you move from one point to another, and say everything is happening on its own, because you do have free will, you have a choice, you are making decisions that are shifting your destiny. So this is what I discussed in the last video as well, that this is where the personal responsibility comes in, that instead of looking outside, that the world is so corrupt, society is like this, and my soulmate abandoned me, and God is picking on me, or whatever. It's because you are not realizing that those are all your own archetypes that you are seeing. A child will always see the authority, and he'll be dependent on them. He'll see parents, teachers, gods. Until the more he matures, he will start taking responsibility for his own behavior, for his life, and ultimately you will understand that I'm just witnessing my own self, and it's my own corruption, my own terrorism, violence that I'm seeing in the world. And it's amazing how a person who has been transformed will see it's exact same thing, just like Jesus knew that he was being hanged, but because he had died, he was in eternal now, he was one with God. So he had empathy for the body, and he had compassion for the people who were torturing him, or they despised him. But he had this unconditional love for them, and he knew that there's nothing but God. This is all happening through God's will, and he was praying for them. Father, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. So correct me if I'm misquoting this statement, but I just feel that there's this guilt that comes up, that I have so much pride within me, so much arrogance, so much ignorance, immaturity, that I'm trying to be this or that, and those people, they were such great people, such evolved souls, but they didn't realize their greatness. They sacrificed themselves. Every 700 to 1000 years, some avatar comes, and of course, one in a million there is a devotee, one in a billion there is a saint. They're always present on earth, or they are working in the unseen realm. It's amazing how their forces acting all the time, and they're creating a balance. It's all happening through God's will, and you have been chosen to serve. That's probably why you are listening to this message, that we are here to transform ourselves and be our authentic selves, be reflecting the image of God. I apologize if I sound too preachy, but I'm just sharing it. I know this is a catharsis for me, but I feel that if my words can inspire somebody, make them feel better, motivate them, then I believe it's a great thing that this video, this message is useful. There's a purpose for that, and this is what I intend to do. Not just talking about random things, but only reflecting truth. That is art. That is what our beingness is. There's so much to learn, this infinite knowledge. I think the more one advances on this journey, you realize that there is no end, and you keep learning, and that's the beauty of life, that there's something new to discover. And if you just focus on this day, and just be grateful for everything, and just try to perform at least one random act of kindness by making somebody's day. You feel good on the inside, right? That I made somebody feel better. I did something good. Because you feel good, because it's your soul responding that you are reflecting the image of God. This is your true nature, and this is how our prana, our life force increases. The more we reflect our true nature, our spiritual energy increases. The more we practice anger and lust and greed, we start moving downwards, and our vibration is lost, and we become weak. And I am feeling that I've been reacting so much lately, and it's just a shame at times, that when I see myself acting like a complete idiot. So anyways, this message has gotten quite long than usual. So summarizing today's topic, I just wanted to say that we have a choice, and the more we work consciously together, we can't do it alone, right? God is with us, the universe is with us, angels are with us, celestial beings are with us, saints are with us. Same way your different people around you, your soul family. You meet different people, teachers and friends, and it's amazing when you just understand that life is a mirror and the greatest teacher. And yeah, at the end of the day, what matters the most is how you lived your life, how you treated others. And yeah, just remember, there's nothing to fear or feel guilty about. It's about learning from that stimulus rather than getting into that ego trip. Because I feel the stimulus always comes directly from the source, and your conscience is interpreting that, and then if you don't listen to it, then it is. I mean, if you're on the more you are blocked, it will take an egoic form. Like if I am attracted to somebody who's a soulmate and I am not conscious of that, then I might be obsessed or sexually attracted to them, or I might be feeling this anxiety. And it's not necessary that just because I'm feeling uncomfortable that there's something wrong with that person. It could be my own ignorance. I'm not able to comprehend what I'm picking up, and I might project my insecurities on that person. That's what usually happens, when we meet a partner, twin soul, or soulmate, or whatever, anybody. So anyways, this message has gotten a bit long. I don't know if anybody is going to be watching this, but if you are, then I wish you all the best. God bless you, and everything's gonna be all right. I hope this message resonates with you, and love yourself and those around you, and we are all one. God bless you.